they increased yields. But those are still all broken down by the microbes in the soil. And that is what we knew worked. But then over time, into the Industrial Revolution, things really started to change in this country and this world. We started making discoveries like natural gas in the earth, ammonia, all these things. We started realizing, well, those are nitrogen sources too. So why shouldn't we just use those instead of going the organic way? Because all companies at the beginning that sold nutrients were organic companies. There were no synthetic companies. And so then that just started to change. And we also started creating chemicals, pesticides, fungicides, insecticides, herbicides, all of these controlling agents. So if we started bypassing all the microbes in the soil and just started feeding just the plant, we had all of these chemicals to treat potential problems. Because when you have good microbes in a soil, there's less room for bad microbes in the soil. So once we started not feeding them like we did before, we start creating voids. And then, of course, here comes development. So we have a national forest sitting in a place, that soil that has been developed for hundreds, thousands of years, we come in one day and wipe it all out. It's gone. And I actually managed a trilogy of Redmond Ridge, and I saw this happen. I mean, we had 2 feet of beautiful topsoil, and it was all cut and removed. And then it took it right down to the glacial till, which is really not what a plant should grow in. Then they started rolling lawns out and blowing plants into this environment, and of course, plants were dying, disease was going crazy, lawns were 80, 70, 80% moss, and it was not what we should be doing. There's certain environments where plants survive better than others. There's acidic environments, there's acidic-loving plants, and there's other plants that don't like that. You can't just put something in a soil that isn't suitable for that kind of a plant. So I asked, what's the solution? I started trialing different synthetics in manures. I created different synthetics. I know how they work. In the Industrial Revolution time, we started creating urea, ammonium sulfates, ammonium nitrates. Then we started trying to put coatings. We knew those released immediately. So it didn't matter what was in the soil, it would just release. And it made everything work much faster than it should. So when they put coatings on it, sulfur coating, plastic coatings, all that stuff is still being used today to try to slow it down. It's all about slowing the release to the plant. Again, we're not even thinking about the soil at all.